What's up, guys? I don't want to brag or boast, but it's me, your favorite TPS host, and today we present the 10 best game-winning overtime plays in sports. And a big shout out to Superstar Gaming for suggesting this video. As always, we need you to smash that like button, subscribe to our channel. Working overtime has its benefits and its downsides for us people. More money is nice, but more time at work? I just want to go home. We can assume pro athletes feel the same. Winning in regulation means you get to go to bed earlier, but for us sports fans, there's nothing like more overtime, baby. Number 10, the Cardinals spoil Aaron Rodgers' playoff debut. The Arizona Cardinals were the defending NFC champions heading into their 2009 NFC wildcard game against the Green Bay Packers. But Aaron Rodgers made the most of his playoff debut, completing 423 yards for 4 touchdowns. Cardinals fans rightfully got nervous when the Packers started with the ball in overtime, but this happened.
Extra man on the blitz. Rodgers gets a hand to the face. The ball is out. The Arizona Cardinals win it.
Number 9, LeBron James sinks the Pistons. The 2007 NBA Eastern Conference Finals were supposed to be a cakewalk for the Detroit Pistons. They were vying for their 3rd NBA Finals appearance in 4 years. And LeBron James was just a 22-year-old one-man show on the Cleveland Cavaliers. Well, a young LeBron rallied his Cavaliers throughout the series, which was tied 2 games apiece heading into Game 5. That matchup needed overtime, giving the King a chance to claim his throne. The Cavaliers won the game and the series before being swept by the San Antonio Spurs in the NBA Finals. Number 8, Steve Smith walks off the Rams. The Carolina Panthers won 11 games in 2003, but that wasn't enough for the Cinderella team. They wanted more, and it started with getting through the St. Louis Rams in the NFC divisional round. This thriller between Jake Delhomme and Mark Bulger needed overtime, and it allowed our future Hall of Famer and Steve Smith to step up to the plate.
From the 31 of Carolina. Delhomme fires to an open Smith. Steve Smith is going to go all the way. No flags down.
Carolina went on to win their first NFC championship in franchise history, thanks to Smith's iconic moment. Number 7, Robert Horry puts a dagger in the Pistons. The Pistons faced the Spurs in the NBA Finals, and Game 5 would decide which team would take a 3-2 series lead, going back to San Antonio. Detroit's defense did its job, except for when it came to covering Robert Horry.
Now they have Prince on Ginobili, Hunter on Parker. Here's Ginobili. Oh, they Horry for 3. Oh, unbelievable. This guy is off the charts.
The Spurs needed that because they'd lose Game 6, but they closed out the series at home in Game 7, which wouldn't have happened without Big Shot Bob. Number 6, Al Harris shuts up Matt Hasselbeck. We featured this moment many times on our channel before, so why not again?
Ask Matt Hasselbeck.
Seattle has won the toss. We won the ball, we're going to score.
Lead to a score.
The pass is picked off. Intercepted. Back the other way. The Green Bay Packers advance.
Number 5, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar skyhook. The NBA's all-time scoring leader led his Milwaukee Bucks to the 1974 NBA Finals against the Boston Celtics. Game 6 was a must-win for Milwaukee, who trailed the series 3-2. Game 6 went into overtime, and with his Bucks trailing by a point in the final seconds, Abdul-Jabbar delivered.
To Kareem, 7 seconds. Finkel, the sky. Kareem with a big pressure shot.
Number 4, James White wins Super Bowl 51. Well, everyone knows what happened here. The Atlanta Falcons led the New England Patriots 28-3 in Super Bowl 51, but the lead evaporated quickly. Next thing you know, we're tied up at 28 apiece, and we go into overtime for the very first time in Super Bowl history. Tom Brady's epic drive was capped off by the play of James White.
He's in! Patriots win the Super Bowl!
And Roger Goodell probably lost it at that moment. Number 3, Bobby Orr flies. The Boston Bruins met the St. Louis Blues in the 1970 Stanley Cup Final. The big, bad Bruins jumped out to a 3-0 series lead, but needed overtime in Game 4 to clinch the championship once and for all. In what may be the most iconic moment in NHL history, Bruins defenseman Bobby Orr took a feed from Derek Sanderson and put the puck in the net. As he scored the overtime winner, Orr went flying through the air, arms raised, before falling onto the ice. Boom, the Bruins are your Stanley Cup champions. Number 2, Alan Amici wins the Colts the 1958 NFL championship. The 1958 NFL championship game between the Baltimore Colts and the New York Giants is regarded by historians as the greatest game ever played. The overtime finish was quite thrilling too. Johnny Unitas went on a drive for the ages, and Alan Amici polished it off with this.
Unitas gives to Amici. The Colts are the world champions. Amici scores. The most dramatic finish in professional football.
Perhaps it was the greatest NFL game ever played. Number 1, Sidney Crosby sends Canada into a frenzy. The 2010 Winter Olympics took place in Vancouver, Canada. In case you didn't know, Canadians live and breathe hockey. It's a big deal in America, sure, but it's not a lifestyle and religion the way it is in the Great White North. So when Canada met the Americans in the 2010 men's ice hockey gold medal game, there was no room for failure. The game needed overtime, and the best hockey player on the planet delivered.
2 American defensemen in a corner, 2 Canadian forwards. Crosby gets offensive position on Brian Rafalski, and all it takes. And the reaction from Sid the Kid. And the reaction from Hockey Canada.
And Sidney Crosby came through as Captain Clutch. What are some of the other greatest game-winning overtime plays? Join us in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.